Hi, and welcome back to the Consult a Counselor series. In this series, I answer parenting-related questions so that you can be present and at ease with your child and live life mindfully. Today's question is, how can I prepare my kid for the mask mandates that are lifted in schools? So New York State lifted its mask mandate this week, and New Jersey begins to lift its mask mandates in school beginning on Monday, March 7th. And I'm not sure how things look in the rest of the country or in the rest of the world. But despite where you are in the world, there is a point that's going to come where masks can be optional. And even years down the road, I wonder if we're going to continue seeing some folks continue to wear masks and then some choose not to wear them. While it seems as though the majority of folks are living life now with no limits when compared to life in the past 2 years, there are families that are still at high risk. And it's important for not only kids, but also families to understand and to know that different situations impact their decisions to either vaccinate or not, or continue wearing masks or not. And of course, this may be a challenge for some to understand if this is not their lived experience. But it's vital to see life with an open heart and have empathy for others. With that being said, we know that this isn't always done. And consequently, we want to prepare our kids on what to do or what to say when they are questioned or challenged with choosing to wear or continuing to wear the masks in school. Now, notice that throughout this short podcast, I will not use the B word, being bullying. Personally, I think that the word is overused. And when someone chooses, let's say, to roll their eyes at another person, that person's intentions may indeed be unkind, and the action may indeed hurt another person's feelings. However, that may not necessarily be bullying. Instead, I say mistreat, mistreating, or mistreatment, or I simply just state the action that was done and observed instead of labeling it. So here we go. Here are some tips for parents on how to speak with your child, regardless of what your decision is, sending your child back to school now that the mandates on masks have been lifted. First and foremost, ask your kids how they feel about it, regardless of how old they are. And as adults, sometimes we talk a lot. So we want to make sure that we are listening more than we speak. Discuss with your kids why they may or may not want to continue masking. And then once you hear them out, you can also share why you want to or don't want to continue to wear masks yourself and what options they have. Emphasize the importance, though, of respecting other people's opinions and remind kids that depending on their school's or state situation, they may be asked to mask up again. And while things also get better in the summer, we don't know what the future may bring. So it's important to talk about all of these different factors when having this conversation. If your family does not choose to continue masking, discuss with your child the importance of being kind to others directly and being kind around others, meaning that they can still be great upstanders if other kids are being unkind to those that choose to continue wearing masks. If your family does choose to continue masking, you may want to practice role-playing potential situations with your child so that they are ready with prepared responses on how to handle a tough situation. Here are a few responses that you can role-play with your child. The first is agree while being assertive. So they can say things like, I feel more comfortable wearing a mask, or safety first, or, yeah, my mom makes me do it, or I need to keep my family safe, so I choose to wear the mask. They can also use things like nonchalant comments, kind of saying, so what? Or, yeah, whatever, and walking away. They can also use humor. Really? Am I wearing a mask? Really? Or, yep, I'm working on my Halloween costume early. And they can simply say stop in a respectful way, such as using an iMessage. For example, I feel judged when you say things about me wearing a mask because we have the choice to do whatever we feel comfortable in doing. Please stop. They can also not address the mask factor at all and just change the subject. And of course, they always have the right to just walk away. Even when telling our kids to stand up for themselves, we must stress that they don't have to and they should not be mean or unkind back. And along the same lines, as adults, we definitely want to check our comments about families, teachers, or other students, even when we think that our kids are not in earshot, because really, we just never know. Also, as parents, it's important to check our own stress and how we express our feelings. When we are stressed, our kids get stressed, regardless of what we do say or don't say. Remember that energy speaks. So, all in all, good luck during this new phase of life. And remember to always stay flexible because you just never know what the future may bring. I hope this helped. If you think this could help another mom or dad friend, be sure to share it with them and subscribe to my podcast so that you don't miss the next one. If you have any questions for the Consult a Counselor series, you can always email me at podcast@freetobemindful.com or DM me on Instagram at Counselor V de Jesus. And remember, in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Thanks so much and catch you next time.